Hello everyone, I'm Juwon. Firstly, let me introduce the group members. We are group 6. Our group has 4 members, me and Suyong, Angmit, and Fang. Next, we have innovative idea for a new venture to be established on Orchard Road. Orchard Road profit decreased due to other commercial streets such as Marina Bay. So we should innovate some new business idea for Orchard Road to attract more consumer. Private cinema can provide consumer a private and suitable environments with professional audio and video equipment. Private cinema is unique on Orchard Road, which can attract all kinds of people, children, young couple, family, classmates, and workmates. It is very personal place and you can watch the movie without interruption from people around you. Also, it provides large ship and a variety of foods to help the audience watch more comfortably. In addition, many people can't go to the theater because of the epidemic. But in private cinema, you can get out of the street because it is a cinema that is used by very few people. The risk of infection is significantly reduced compared to the normal movie theater. So we will attract people to the street with this idea. My part is over. Suyong will explain the next part.
Well, our group has discussed which field of the business would profitable to induce the people of the street and return the public to prosperous street it used to be. Movie has been played a significant role to human being in entertainment field since the 20th century began, and Singapore was no exception. Proving that there are several theaters near Orchard Street, such as Shaw, Golden Village, and Cathay. Based on IMDA, Ministry of Singapore report, annually 18.5 millions of attendance watched in 2019, and Orchard Street cinemas take a huge proportion of it. We consider this as a golden opportunity and keep thinking how to continue business under the pandemic. Here is how we're gonna run and reason why it will success. As the report I mentioned before, everyone's favorite hero movies and Disney's are the top tier in the box office of Singapore. In that, it is logically expected that the family customer will be our big customers. Not only these targets, we also target the young couple who couldn't go out for a date together for a while due to the pandemic. A workplace acquaintance or company union can be our potential customers as well. Although the price of private cinema that we are designing in the main street of Singapore is a bit expensive than the usual price, due to the certain advantages such as it offers a perfect private space and perfect disinfection, must entice the customer back to the Orchard Road. Additionally, the popularity in other Asia region is already seen. Therefore, it is also expected in Singapore as well. Most importantly, the uniqueness that only private cinema has must attract the customers. As consequences of it, it is expected that the earning will be notable at the first quarter. We can understand that the private cinema is successfully landed in Singapore market, and it is able to be understandable that we create a new paradigm in the market like it did when the first couple seat released to the public. Again, once the landing is successful, we can expand our revenues to merge new branches nearby the street. That's why we are trying to implement and better invest our development.
Hello everyone, I'm Aomian. Me and Yuan Hui will bring you the analysis and results of the questionnaire survey. 80 people responded to this questionnaire. After analyzing the data, we have tailored improvement methods for our private cinema. First of all, we see that the first question is, in the case of COVID-19, would you still want to go to public cinema or theater? The result we got is 52.5% of people chose yes and 47.5% of people chose no. This shows that the market share of traditional cinema is relatively large, so we need to invest more money in advertising and marketing to open the market and quickly grab the rest of the market share. Then the second question is what kind of specialized or customized cinema you're interested in. 25% of people chose drive-in cinema, 13.75% of people chose beach cinema, and 61.25% of people chose private cinema. The third question is, have you ever suffered from the noise of the person sitting next to you? 40% of people chose yes, 50% of people chose sometimes, and only 5% of people chose never. This also means that most people have had the experience of being noisy by people around them when watching a movie. So this is the advantage of the private cinema, allowing customers to enjoy the movie in an absolutely quiet and comfortable atmosphere. The fourth question is, will the emergence of private cinema make you have a more comfortable environment? 57.5% of people chose yes, 12.5% of people chose no, and 30% of people chose just so-so. The fifth question is, does online film platform affect you less likely to go to cinema? 81.25% of people chose yes, and only 18.75% of people chose no. This is not a good omen, because the emergence of the online film platform has caused the loss of customers in the film industry. Especially during the COVID-19, many people will choose to watch movie at home. This also means that we need to buy the copyrights of many well-known movies in the future, so the customer can watch the movies they want to watch at the first time, so as to increase more customers. This is the end of my part. The remaining questions will be explained by my teammate Yuan Hui.
Thanks to my partner Ogmiet, and my name is Fang Yuanhui. I will go through the survey question 5 and 7 to 10, give some recommendation, and at last make a short conclusion. So let's back to the survey question 5. From 80 responses we received, we found that there are 74% volunteers expect go to private cinema with boyfriend and girlfriend. As the result here, our private cinema should add more elements for couples. For example, we can sell love package with cheaper price for them. Also, the private cinema room can decorate with love theme. That can help us to attract our potential customers, young couples. From the responses of question 7, we found that only a little part of people can accept the ticket price from 50 to 60 $, which means it's too expensive for most of the people. 55% volunteers choose 30 to 40 $, and 36% choose 40 to 50 $. Therefore, it is acceptable if we set the ticket price as 40 $. For question 8, we found that 36% volunteers concern more about audio and video equipment, 80% concern about installation, and 35% concern more about the set, and only 11% concern about food and beverage. From the survey result, we should put more capital on audio-video equipment and set. Try to build an extremely comfortable environment for customers. From the responses of question 9, we are glad to see that 48% people, which means nearly half of our volunteers, hope to visit our private cinema after COVID-19 is over, and 46% will probably visit. Only 6% volunteers choose not come. This data indicated that the feasibility of our business idea is very considerable. Last question shows us consumer needs of movie types. War film and fictional film are the most popular types, which means in the future, we can have more film role pieces on these two types of movie. In conclusion, Orchard Road's profit decreased because of other commercial centers such as Marina Bay, and also because of COVID-19. COVID-19 changed the world, also changed everyone's life. Some people are worried about the safety of public cinema. People's demand of watching movies in cinema decreased obviously. Therefore, the feasibility of private cinema is very acceptable. From the survey finding we have, private cinema can be a good choice and solution for Orchard Road business. Thank you for listening.